Hi everyone, this is Laurel with Guided by Love, and boy, the sun is shining bright again today. Yesterday we got the sun card as the overall message, so I'm wondering what we're going to get today. I had to close the blind because it's really super bright. So I have two decks for this daily love message. I have the Psychic Tarot and I have the Heart's Hidden Secrets deck. So we're going to get some messages from that deck and start out with this one. So, ooh, right off the bat, let's see what messages we want or what messages we need to know for this daily love read for Sunday, Sensational Sunday. So let's see what. Okay. And we have the one coming off the back of the deck and wanted me to take that. So the bottom of the deck is solar plexus chakra. So solar plexus is, associated with our self-esteem. It's associated with our power. Staying in the present moment helps us stay in our power, but the solar plexus is also associated with power and self-esteem. So you may feel an activation in this area today. It's a number 3. Birth, death, rebirth, and also creativity, abundance. So that is the overall energy. Wow. For you and your person. And then we have recognition and reward, another 3. So we have 33 on the cards. That's master number for Jesus. But recognition and rewards coming in for all your hard work, for staying loyal, for staying diligent and devoted to the path of light, the path of the spiritual path. And he's bowing, so he knows he's bowing. He knows he hasn't done this, or she hasn't done this on their own. It's been God, the higher power, that has helped them get to this next threshold on this journey. But rewards and recognition coming in for you and your person. And this bowing is also showing humility, humility and recognizing that there is a higher power, a higher plan for all of us. Movement, choices, and decisions. So I often see this card as the different chakras. And, this being the crown chakra with the magenta energy coming through. But all the different, some of the different chakras, the sacral, the solar plexus, the crown, the heart, and the throat, or you could say the third eye as well. But this is, saying that you and your person are going to have a lot of different choices, and it's important, and decisions, and it's important to choose from the heart, because there you can never go wrong. This is a place where you're going to always come back together, and through your choices, no matter what you choose, you guys are bound, and it's fate for you to come back together. So it's like the universe has it rigged for you, so to speak. Yeah, I'm gonna lift this up a little bit. Oh my gosh, that is so nice. Okay, so you're gonna have lots of movement, lots of choices, lots of decisions. This is things really happening. I think yesterday I got the 8 of Wands in one of the readings. So beautiful, beautiful energy. So lots of choices, decisions, making them from the heart. So taking your time to make the decisions. Then we have emotional loss, a number 5, change. So this is an emotional loss felt deeply in the heart. I feel like this is several things. This is them feeling an emotional loss, feeling the separation from you, even though you're not truly separated. There, I can see my, even though you're not truly separated, but them feeling this emotional loss. They also may have had an emotional loss in the, at this time. And you see how it's traveling from their heart up into the universe. So, they may be guided to connect. They may be trying to connect with you in the spiritual realm, or, spirit is helping them to heal their heart, because you see the green there and the orange. So they may be, with this fire energy of the fire horse coming in. Spirit is, helping you both to heal your heart so you can come back together. But this is feeling a loss of the connection. It could be also feeling a loss of themselves. After closing cycles, you sometimes grieve the loss of a part of yourself that you no longer need, that served its purpose on this earth school plane. And then we have trapped in fear. So, your person may have some fears coming up around connecting. And, we know the fears of, rejection. There may be a fear of you not being available anymore, but it's all illusion. It's all illusion. And they will come out of this, because right now, in the connections, the fears come up in order to release them. And right now, you both are having those come up in order to clear the mind, connect the mind more deeply to the heart. So you have a balance between the mind and the heart. So these are coming up for a reason, and that's 8 is abundance, so that you can let them go and move on. Focus on love, knowing that fear is false evidence appearing real. And then we have the waiting game. This is, having patience with your journey, having patience with each other, and, recognizing that as above, so below. You're growing your roots deeply on this earth plane, and you're creating this solid foundation for the connection, both of you. And this is, all of this abundant growth is, growing things on a higher level as well. So when you come back together, look at this. It's going to be equal give and take, it's going to be balanced. A balanced connection, an aligned connection. And I feel like, if this represents the runner chaser mode, that is going to come into balance as well, where there will not be any more runner chaser mode. Okay. All right. So those are the main messages. Let's see what your person has to say. I'm going to lift this up a little bit higher. I'm feeling, I get that song in my head right now. Higher, taking me higher. I can't think of what it is. You can hear it in my mind. I don't know who the band is, but I can hear it. Okay, so let's see, what is the message or messages from your person? Okay. Yeah, he's having fears come up right now. So right now they're feeling this conflict. They're looking at the clashing, the differences, the incompatibility. They're looking at all their fears, and this is coming up so they can let go of it, and they're going to be able to see that it's illusion. And so they're going through this mind, this clash, all this stuff in the mind, all these fears coming up so they can let go of it, like I said. And then we have shallow. This is, them feeling bored, feeling hollow, feeling empty, recognizing at some point that, they feel that way because they're not pursuing their soul goals. And so that is going to awaken to them as well, or it already is awakening to them, that, you know, they don't want to feel this way anymore. They want to be at peace. They want to be where you are, and they want to be doing something that is truly meaningful to them. So, and then we have exhaustion, like they're feeling they're feeling depleted, they're feeling drained, like it's been a long journey for them, you know, fighting, but they are still willing to fight. And this card always reminds me of the Eight of Wands. Even though there's more than eight, it just reminds me of the flying of the energy through the air, the Eight of Wands. And so this is, you know, even though they're feeling this exhaustion, it's because of the mind, and the mind energy that they're using, is exhausting them, draining them, depleting them. And, you know, they're feeling this long journey. But on the other hand, you know, if they let themselves, they can feel the peace coming from you. They can feel, you know, the worthiness of this, of having this connection, and the love, the power of the love of this connection, and how it's so one of a kind. But they're in that conflict of the mind, and, you know, everything comes up for a reason. It comes up to be released and let go of. And that's what's happening right now, so that there's a balance between the heart and the mind. The bottom of the deck is open heart. So they're being encouraged to open their heart, to be receptive, and you're being encouraged to keep your heart open, to be receptive, to be empathic, to have empathy and empathy. If some of you feel deeper than, you know, feel other people's, you may be feeling your divine masculine, and, you know, you're being asked to have that open heart. They're feeling very vulnerable to come forward toward you at this time, but nevertheless, anything can happen. And this is Spirit asking, you know, both of you to keep your hearts open toward this connection, and, you know, and have compassion, have that receptiveness towards your person, and know that they're feeling very vulnerable at this time. So I hope that helps, and I'm wishing you a beautiful, beautiful, sensational Sunday with lots of magic, because the sun, look at this, the sun is super out today. I just pulled up the shade so you could get a little glimpse, but really super out, you know, bright today. So enjoy, and namaste.